morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, something a little different today. This is the club trip with the boys, some of the boys you've already seen from southeast Northumberland Pike Anglers Club. Good morning from me, and welcome back to an Angler's Diary. We've come to a day ticket water for the trip. Day ticket water with pike in, obviously. Not huge pike as far as we can tell, but numbers of pike, which hopefully is what we need. This is a round of our annual pike fishing competition. We score points for the fish we catch. To be frank, it's more of a social, if you know what I mean. And so far, the only person who's had one, the early bird, the guy that's always on the water before everybody else, Paul, he's had a small jack, so that's his blank saver. The rest of us, nothing to report so far. Hopefully I'll get some of the guys, if they get fish, I'll get some of the guys fish on camera. Excuse the noisy joggers. Yeah, that'll be what it is. No. It hasn't drifted a lot, but then again the breeze has dropped. Well, I'll tell you what. What do you have to do? It's on the money, you think? As somebody once famously said, that's exactly where they're at. We'll see. Well, that's a bit over 3 hours, and Paul's early fish is the only one that's been on the bank. David's had a drop run, and I've just had a missed run, which you may have heard about. But other than that, absolutely nothing. Turned out to be a nice day though. Well, my tactics today, 2 rods, both fishing sardine baits, but both suspended baits. You've seen me do that before, particularly on the carp pond. And this is quite a weedy water, so I thought I'd adopt those tactics here. The rig is pretty simple float rig, but the trace is a large, wide gape, long shank Aberdeen hook to go through the back of the fish and underneath the spine of the fish, the backbone of the fish, and then the treble, the single size 6 treble, wrapped under the fish and hooked into the muscle of the pectoral fin. Now that means I can get more than 2 or 3 different casts out of a single bait. A sardine obviously is a bit susceptible to fall into bits once it's thawed out, so that's how I do it, so that I can get it, perhaps as I say, 2 or 3 casts out of it.
No, I don't think so, Bruce.
Is it gone? Well, we're well over halfway through the day now, and 3 of us have had drop runs now. Chris has just had one. Dave had one earlier on, and I had one earlier on. So Paul's fish is sadly still the only fish of the day. We we came to this water because we thought it would give us a chance of catching a few fish between us. Just shows you what we know. Well, that's quite unique today almost, but that's the second fish of the day. Well done, Mike.
Got it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly an hour to go. I say exactly an hour to go. 4 o'clock in it, finish. 4 o'clock finish. So far 3 fish. Paul's had 2. Forgot to tell me about the second one.
You said it wasn't worth it for the size of it. It was only with that.
They all count. Mike's had one over yonder, so the rest of us are still searching for a fish. What more can I say? Well, that's it. Time's up. A day of, in the end, 6 fish. Paul's 2, Mike's 1, and Steve, who didn't bother turning up until lunchtime fishing with his lure rod, he's had 2 as well. So at least we've got some fish between us. The rest of us, well, it was a tale of missed opportunities, I guess. Hey ho. For me, what's next? Whew, I'd like to get back on the rivers, but at the moment they're all way up in the fields, so I'm not sure about that. But I am due a visit to the new water, which the first of which I looked at before Christmas, so it might have to be that, although the weather forecast isn't brilliant. We're going to have a back period of sub-zero temperatures. As I say, a bit different one, this one. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.